Davidson County inmates have now been moved into isolation at the new downtown jail. They are the first tenants of that new facility, and this move was made earlier than expected because of COVID-19. In an exclusive interview, Sheriff DARON Hall tells News Channel 5's Nick Barris this transfer comes as more inmates show symptoms of the virus.
To be clear, the new downtown jail was not set to open until perhaps sometime next month, but the sheriff tells me with some new developments, he's been left with no choice. He's had to open it now in a limited fashion to avoid a potentially disastrous spread of COVID-19.
In the wee hours of the morning last night, there were 5 additional inmates that have been moved to our new facility. That's where we're housing all these isolated cases.
That makes 66 inmates now quietly moved downtown in the past week. Sheriff DARON Hall says the Harding Place facility had cases in a single pod, which they were able to contain. But now he says inmates in a second pod may be infected.
There's a new group, let's call them 5, who are symptomatic.
And they all need to be separated along with anyone who may have had contact with them. The downtown jail may not yet be processing new inmates, but it can now quarantine existing sick ones.
We're using, like I said, a large portion of the building, and we're very fortunate to have it.
This comes as Sheriff Hall has worked with local judges to get the total number of inmates down. So far, 167 have been granted early release. Of that group,
I believe 7 of those had been rearrested, and I believe 6 of the 7 were public intox types of cases.
Also, as of last week, all of the remaining inmates in the Davidson County Jail were provided masks, and medical staff will continue to monitor inmates looking for new potential cases of COVID-19. Obviously, there is concern about symptoms in those inmates in that pod. To date, the sheriff reports in the Davidson County Jail, there are now 11 inmates with confirmed cases of the coronavirus, along with 6 staffers, one of whom has recovered. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Nick. On a separate issue, Sheriff Hall says his office continues to receive eviction notices for those who have not been able to pay their rent in the current economic climate. Despite those warrants, the sheriff says his deputies will not evict anyone from their homes during the coronavirus pandemic.